Hari Om, Namaste. Today we are here to discuss about one of the Dharma aspects about pronunciation or Ucharanam. I call it more a dharmic aspect because people think it's just technical thing. It's just something related to speech or some skill or something for betterment and all that. So betterment in what? I mean, how much has got the speech importance in our life? Speech has got lot of importance in our life. We are doing lot of things through speech. So, okay, and this is one part of it. The second part of it, until here it is a skill. Okay, we are using speech, so speech is a skill. The second part of it is we are connected with Bhagavan. We want to do some spiritual sadhana. Then there is speech as well, because we read some stotras, we do some shloka chantings and all, and pronunciation happens to be a part of it. So now here it becomes not just a skill, but something dharma. Dharma is involved here. So do we need to really pronounce correctly always at all or not? This question, and is really speech that important that if I go wrong, then anything can, be wrong and will be drastic, terrible consequences? Then yes and a no. Okay, it's a yes and a no. We'll come to that. Let us first consider one sentence that people usually tell. So there are two parties in this. There are two divisions in this. Some people say pronunciation is very important and everywhere it is important. Some people say no, it's not that important and it is nowhere important. So the second kind of people, what they tell is they use one phrase, Bhavagrahi Janardanaha. Bhavagrahi Janardanaha means the Bhagavan, Janardana is the Vishnu Bhagavan. He is Bhavagrahi. He understands our feelings. So language is not needed at all. Why do you stress so much on the pronunciation? This is the second party speaking. The first party says, which everywhere it's important, then they show us the Shastras. So then if pronunciation were not important, then why do we have a phonetic so much developed Shiksha Shastras and not one but many? Why does Vyakarana, why does grammar stress on the correct usage of words? All these arguments they do. Okay. Meanwhile, we will put it aside and come back to one more topic. So there are like three levels of people. Uttama, Madhyama, Adhama. Uttama are the best people. They are very skilled. They are the top class people who can learn, who have great learning capacities. They are very kind. They are grown up in the human scale. Madhyama, they are medium. If they get help, they will learn. If they don't, they fall down. They are in the middle of it. The third are the Adhama. No hope at all from them. They are hopeless people. They are less in skills. They are like tamasa. Like what we sattva, rajas and tamas, we can compare to those three gunas also here. So uttama, madhyama, adhama according to their sattva, rajas, tamas qualities. Okay. So this is one aspect. The next aspect is the bhakti and the non-bhakti areas, where there is a bhakti area and a non-bhakti area. Okay, so this is the three line that we will try to discuss on these 3 points. Okay, so for what is the communication meant? Communication happens in the world. Communication happens with the divine. There are two types of communication. With the world, we need speech. With Bhagavan, there are two options. We can use speech, we can use silence also. But we cannot communicate with the world in silence. Okay. So the problem comes when we want to correct someone, when they are doing wrong in their pronunciation, and we'll keep our discussion confined only to the divine communication. the divine, and where speech is involved. Because I said in the beginning, it's about dharma. It's about the dharmic aspect of correct speaking. Okay. Then let me tell you at the outset, this is my personal thinking. This is what I have come across lot of like discussions, questions, oppositions on this pronunciation aspects. I thought, let me make a video with my thoughts. Whatever I came to a conclusion, I have been thinking from a long time about these points. And suddenly I felt that, okay, this may be the case. And I'm just presenting this totally what I feel. I'm not telling you from any book or sources or something from authentic elders. I'm not telling from them. So let me confess that at the beginning where I'm forming the ground for the speech. Okay, so where speech is involved in the divine activities, there, there are like Uttama, Madhyama, Adhama. The Adhama kind of people, what they argue is speech can be like anything. When it is with Bhagavan, we did not even care about the pronunciation. Whatever I say, I read, if I say Rama or Mara, is it okay? It's going to be becoming Rama. If I say Mara, Mara, Mara 10 times, it will become Rama, Rama, Rama only. Why should I worry? That's one thing. If I say Radha or Radha, her beauty will not decline, her grace will not come down. If I call Radha as Radha, nothing will happen. I mean, Dha has become like, the hard consonant has become like a light consonant. Okay. So this is where like people do lot of mistakes in their regular day-to-day languages, also day-to-day communications also, they make lot of mistakes. Okay. Even I make, everybody makes mistakes. We all learned from our mistakes. We grew up from them. And then we corrected ourselves in many, even children, they make mistakes. Then we correct them. Oh, it's not the way. If what Adhama people tell, Adhama means the lowest people, conclude that speech can be correct, cannot be correct, it's okay, whatever it is, then why are we correcting the children? Okay, the children will speak anything, then why are we correcting them for the right speech? That's the one question. And the second thing, if they say like Bhavagrahi Janardana, the Bhagavan is like understand my feelings, then I ask, okay, I'm not Bhavagrahi, I'm not Janardana, first thing. I'm not goddess. So I need some clarity when I hear something. I want to make clear that what you speak is what is like the correct form of the speech. I want it. To some extent, I want it to be there. Okay, this is like normal communication. So now coming to the divine communication, when we do dhyana, when we are meditating, when we are doing the silent ways of sadhana, then we don't need any speech. Okay, so it's like internal feeling related, and that no language is not involved there. So when these, like we have in Sanskrit, the Aksharamala, the Varnamala has like lot of variations like the ka, kha, all coming from the gutturals, the cha, cha coming from the palatals, the ta, ta coming from the murdha, the cerebrum, and the ta, tha coming from the dental, pa, pa coming from this. And we have all the mahapranas, alpa pranas, hasvas, dirghas, and whatnot. Okay, all these like many variations of the sound systems are there, and I'm only speaking about Sanskrit. I'm not speaking about any other language, because in other languages we have more vowels, we have other consonants, we have some combination like se, combination sa. We only have sa in Sanskrit, but in Russian, in Japanese, we have sa kind of feelings, and we have in some Indian languages also. In Telugu also we have a cha kind of. So it involves ta and cha together. So such things are in Sanskrit. So I'm not talking about all those things, but when it comes to so many complicated sounds, yes, it's very difficult to make justice at the first go. Who said to do it in the first go? Learn it. We have an option. We can learn always. Okay. And the Madhyama people, they are ready to learn sometimes. Say, okay, they realize, okay, we are doing mistakes. We want to learn. But we are not able to do it. Or if we get a right teacher, we will learn. Yes, we realize, but we can't help it. So that is the stage of the Madhyama or the medium people who are not opposing it altogether, but they are not able to help it. They are not able to rectify that in their lives. These are the Madhyama people who are just, it's okay. Even if it goes wrong, I can't do. That's why it's okay. I'll continue with this. Whenever I'll improve. The third, like Uttama people are always like, no, you're saying wrong. So they are very particular and they are like, they can't tolerate the wrong sounds and sometimes at the cost of emotions, they are serious about the pronunciation. Like I'm telling, I have a lot of pain in my like my heart. I'm feeling very low today. You said, what did you say? Feeling. You said feeling. Something you wrong. You said so. Say feeling. Feeling is Feeling. It should be like feeling. And you say the la is not the correct. What I'm saying here and what is understanding the person in front, I'm saying I'm feeling bad. I'm not feeling right now. I need some help. And he's correcting my pronunciation mistakes. That's the another extreme. So going too much about the only pronunciation is what some like Uttama level people who have that skills, very highly grown skills in their pronunciation, they are doing. So this Adhama, this low people and Madhyama people start to hate those people who are very serious about pronunciation. Yes, which is very wrong. Any extreme is wrong. In this world, like Ati Sarvatra Varjayet. This is the statement, okay? Ati means extremity should be avoided everywhere. So nowhere should we go like at the cost of emotions, at the cost of feelings. We should not like go to the anything in this world, like any learning, any skill cannot be so like this thing that you have to do it somehow. And we see that some people don't have the capacity to uh, tell the sounds rightly because all the people are not born in the right atmosphere with the right sounds exposure, with the right learnings, with the right people to help them. So they get accustomed to certain things which they cannot change easily, but still they want to connect with Bhagavan. Okay, then we cannot put a great burden on them and say, no, no, unless you say it rightly, I cannot teach you. I cannot say that to that person. Okay, whatever level of effort the person is putting, okay, they want to say something to Bhagavan in Sanskrit. So they wanted to tell, like, they go to Ganesha temple, they want to tell some shloka for Ganesha. I'm not saying anything, I want to say something. So then he comes to me, I say, Shuklam Bharadhanam Vishnu. Then he says, Suklam. I say Shuklam. This is Suklam. So, does anything wrong happen? Now, what to do? Will Bhagavan think bad if I teach him and he'll go and say wrong shloka to Bhagavan with wrong sounds? Will Bhagavan feel bad? Here in this case, what happened? The bhakti has developed first. There is already bhakti, and this shloka happens to be only the expression for that bhakti. Okay, at such a point, we can tamper with pronunciation. We can say, okay, even if you go wrong, go and say this to Bhagwan, he'll be happy. Okay, we can tell to that person, seeing that bhakti flow in him. I love this Shiva. I love Devi. I really respect this God. I want to do something for this God. Then bhakti came first. Sanskrit is coming next. But people like me, for whom Sanskrit comes first and bhakti comes later, and the language becomes a tool for bhakti. Bhakti is already there, and language is not important. There it's okay. But when language is the tool for this to develop this bhakti, then I should be very careful about my pronunciation, because when I invoke the correct sounds, when I invoke the correct this thing, then only the divine this thing will form correctly. There is a nice area where I can explain this. This is mantra area. Okay. In the mantra areas, the mantras are very different from shlokas. This is another aspect of the same. So shlokas are very simple ones. Even if you say Suklam Baradaram, nothing. I mean Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum. Instead of that, you say Suklam Baradaram Vishnum. Yes, people do say that. They can't say Sha at all. So many people I have seen, even my name, they say Usa. They don't say Usha, they say Usa. I would feel so furious when they would say my name wrongly. I would feel the same. If Bhagavan's name I say wrongly, then wouldn't he feel bad? That's why I learned right pronunciation. I developed, I worked on it very seriously. Okay. And all this happened. So when there is a case of with mantra, with shloka we can tamper. Maybe we can take a chance. But with mantra, no. With mantra, we cannot do any kind of, because one swara goes wrong, not even letter pronunciation, even one swara, it should be in the higher swara and you say it in a lower swara, then smash. Done. It's doomed. Nothing else. It's doomed. And there are many people who, because of saying the mantras badly, they fell into a lot of difficult positions in their lives. Okay, because of saying these mantras wrongly, they went to very, very bad conditions in their lives. They faced many difficulties because of this, because of not following the rules, and other rules are there like yama, niyama, all those rules are there. That is different. The shuchi, I mean the cleanliness, the internal purity, and all that are different. But pronunciation, I'm just speaking about the pronunciation aspect. Okay, so there is this one. So it's a mantra. I don't remember the whole thing, but I'll tell you the mantra gist. So even one like one swara goes wrong, swarato varnato va. So that yajamana hinasti. So if the purohita says the mantra wrongly for the yajamana, purohita is the one who is doing the yajna on behalf of someone, and on whose behalf who is doing is the yajamana. So this purohita says wrongly, and the yajamana gets the wrong effect. Okay, it just kills the yajamana. Okay, so it is all said in Veda. I'm not saying this. So it's told about Vedas. There are a set of rules which are told by the Smritis and all the Granthas. They tell us all these important things. So then we realize, oh, pronunciation is very, very important. And nice speech, like not only like a good and beautiful words and beautiful feelings that come out of the words, but the speech itself, even when you speak very correctly, very beautifully, the sounds all in the right form, then people feel happy. Then this happens in Ramayana when Hanuman comes to Rama for the first time. He sees Rama and Lakshmana in the forest. Then he just asks, "Who are you? From where you are coming?" He just makes a little speech, not much. This one. Then Rama doesn't reply to Hanuman. He looks at Lakshmana and says, "Lakshmana, do you observe his speech? He's so beautifully speaking, it sounds are so pleasing to hear." And today happens to be Hanuman Jayanti. So in the North India, they celebrate Hanuman Jayanti. Today I'm very happy to think about him, remember him for his speech. Yes, he is very beautiful speaking. His words are very measured, very metered. The sounds are very precise on his tongue. Okay. And I have a proof in my own life where one of my students got her almost all mistakes corrected just by praying to Hanuman through one stotra. She has been doing some mistakes, and I was waiting for those mistakes in the next time, but they all got corrected when we learned this stotra. I thought Hanuman helped us. Okay. So if speaking rightly was not important, then why these schools? Why these sciences? Why these shastras? Why so many stories telling the importance of speech? And why that learning of mantras involves lot of austerity? I mean, people do a lot of tapasya before they get a mantra. Before they get a mantra, they have to do a lot of penance. Okay, so why is all this happening? Okay, so this itself says. Now we come to the other extreme. So, okay, speech is important. Then how important? How much important? Right pronunciation, how much important? Not at the cost of bhakti. Sure. Sure, that is for sure. If you have bhakti developed and you are a kind of gramya, we call it in Sanskrit, gramya means some kind of village-ish, okay, some village-ish. They're not very learned, they're not very sophisticated, they're not very very serious about these things. They just live life by however it comes. They're just like simple thinking people. But they are very serious about God and bhakti, or we have to do it and all. They know it by this one. And then as we discuss, Sanskrit comes to them later, and they are not able to say it. Then we should not discourage them by saying that, oh, you're gone, you're doomed. Like you're not saying this. Even you cannot say Lakshmi correctly. They say Lakshmi. I hear many people saying Lakshmi Devi. She's not Lakshmi Devi, she's Lakshmi. Oh, why do you I mean it's very, very hard for people who know the right sounds to tolerate these things, but we have to tolerate. Okay, so with this story, I will want to tell this truth to establish this, that there was one great bhakta who was reciting Devi's mantra, like we already discussed it before also. Namastasyai, instead of that, she would say Namastasmai. So it was not only grammatically wrong, not only pronunciation wise wrong, but even he's telling Devi as Deva. Tasmai is male, Tasmai is for male, masculine. Tasya is feminine. Somebody corrects him and he feels very bad. All these days I've been telling it wrongly. And Devi appears in this person, the corrector, the one who corrected in his dream and says, "Oh, why do you correct him? I like him saying me like a Deva. I and Shankara are not different. He is thinking about me as Shankara, Namastasma, it's okay. It's acceptable for me." And he says, "Okay, you're a great bhakta," and Devi comes to me and tells this. So, taking such stories, the people who are lazy, who are not bhaktas, they take the pretext and they say, "Okay, it's okay. I'm bhakta. I say wrongly, Devi will take it. Devi knows what all is right for me." This is not correct. This is like ahankara. This is like having ego. And this is totally, totally wrong. We should not indulge in such things. We should not take a pretext, because in some cases when we are not able to do it, like I tell my own example, I tell my mother's example, all her life she valued right pronunciation. She was filled with divinity. She would read the stotras, but she could not say the sha. I still remember her struggle until her last day. She would want to say sha, but she could not. She always tried sha, because we are Telugu people. We have the sa kind of sound for sha. So we say sa, sa, cha. She would say cha, cha. Though she tried, her tongue would not go to the right. She always struggled for it. I liked her struggle. I said, "Amma, it's okay. Even if you say wrongly, it's okay. Don't worry." Then, no, 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 I don't want to say. So, at the cost of bhakti, she should not be doing it. Okay, fine. Let her ask in her internally, from my mother's side, I'm telling you, internally she can accept. Okay, no problem. Fine. If I'm not able, so let me accept this mistake of mine, this inability of mine. Okay, it's okay. One sound, only one sound is it, so I can adjust with it. So this is the attitude personally I should have. I should not be like falling down. "Oh, I say it wrong. I say it wrong. How can you say it right? All I have tried, it hasn't come to me. How will Bhagwan bless me?" No, don't think. There the feeling will come, and the bhakti will come and complete it. No problem if you say. That's why we, at the end of the puja, we say mantrahinam, kriyahinam, bhaktihinam, and all that we have discussed in one another video, where we say forgiveness to there. Yadakshara padabhrashtam matrahinam tu yadbhavet. Even that shloka. See, kshamyatam, please. One akshara went wrong, one padam went wrong, one matra went wrong, one swara went wrong. Please excuse me, please forgive me. So this is the attitude. Okay. So this bhakti will come and fulfill everything. Until that bhakti comes, let us concentrate on our pronunciation. Okay. Let us not stop ourselves from learning the right things just because we have the bhakti and it fulfills everything. So that's a wrong attitude towards life. We should not neglect. We should not neglect the right pronunciation. When we have learning sources, we must use them. Okay, we must use them, because the wrong breakings in the shlokas, the wrong pronunciation sometimes lead to very bad. Sometimes, some dirgha, some hrasva going just here and there. Okay, they will bring very bad meanings to, and very wrong or negative, or the other side, the reverse meanings out of them. So it's very important that we always break the words correctly, do the right pronunciation and all. Okay, but we should, in the right way, these people also should learn not to hate those who pronounce wrongly. We should not hate them. We should always help them. We should always look at them in the right direction. Okay, though language is only for communication, but pronunciation does matter. Okay, we should have the shraddha, we should have the bhakti, we should have the in those who correct us, those who tell us you are wrong, we should not feel bad. We should learn to cultivate that thing. And at the same time, some people, again, the uttama, madhyama, adhama people come to this. When I correct somebody, I have all these experiences, right? So when you correct someone, somebody takes it very positively. They say, thank you so much. I'll correct it. I'll try. The medium people say, oh, I went wrong. Oh, that's so bad of me. How did I do this? I say, no, don't feel so bad. It's okay. You'll get it corrected. Then third type of people, they say, how dare you correct me? Okay. Who are you to tell me? Why do you tell me with what or what? All this, I mean, come. They take it so badly that how can you do this for me? How can you correct me? So they are not ready for corrections at all. So these are the three people. And from the mistake doers, but from the corrector's point of view, as I told you already, so how can you somebody do this wrong? No, they should not do it. And some people say, oh, it's okay, even if you do all things wrong, nothing bad will happen. That is the another extreme of it. So we should take the medium stance, see the person's background, and then learn, try to teach them, try to help them learn, or try to help them overcome their mistakes. But okay, so we should give enough importance to pronunciation, but don't touch the bhaktas. If you know very seriously that somebody is a great bhakta, then we should not tamper with them. We should not go into their activities. We should just leave them alone. They are different people. Bhaktas are different people. They are deep into devotion. Nothing else matters to them. So they are directly connected. So we should not disturb them. But all other people, we must disturb. We must tell them, no, this is wrong. Okay. So with this, I conclude my speech. Hope I'm not hurting anyone. Hope I'm not making fun of anyone. Hope I have not spoken anything which is not correct by Shastra or by the worldly standards or by the great people's thinking. I think they agree with my stance on this. Okay. And may Saraswati bless us all with the right speech. May Saraswati Mata also, like, I feel that, okay, we have been thinking about something and some thought comes to us. Then I think, okay, it is by the divine this thing that we get something. If I'm wrong, I'll get myself corrected in the future. So for now, I thought this will be helpful for people who are feeling very bad about their pronunciation or somebody who's not caring at all. Okay, for both of them, I wanted to address with this video. Astu, Shubhamastu, Namo Namaha, Harihi Om.